The number one most winningest player in all of Apex Legends competitive history, and arguably the number one biggest name in all of Apex Legends on streaming and YouTube, has recently become number two. In ranked, that is. Of course, because a player or a legend that player has been using has taken the entire world by storm, causing great wealth and abundance to those using him and great pain to those on the other side. Of course, I'm talking about SEER, the legend that most recently has gotten a nerf and now is king of the jungle. Why is that? What is going on, and why has Hal suddenly changed his mind about a legend that he was adamant would not be better than Bloodhound? Well, in this video, we're going to dissect all of that, find out why, and talk a little bit about the problem with why no one has been able to gauge the true value of SEER and how we can help bring that ideology of what this character can do better to you as players and to help connect the dots as to why you should be playing SEER in your games. But first, let's listen to the CEO and hear his opinion on it.
Why SEER? SEER's broken. SEER's like, honestly, those guys saying SEER is better than Bloodhound was probably right this entire time. And this character is just probably, not the most brain dead, but one of the most brain dead characters in this game. This game is like literal, like, easy mode with a SEER. Oh, you can't get ratted on. You can't get, like, team shot. You can scout for free without, like, just, you know. It's literally just like almost impossible to die without like actually losing, if that makes any sense. Like if I can't die to a rat. That's the only way. Like I'm fine with dying in 3v3, fucking losing a fight, but fucking someone ratting all the time and like killing me, it's not possible anymore. It's here. I might try it in comp, but I don't just see. The issue is like ranked it's really good because you take 3v3s and like most of the time you don't get really third partied. But like in comp, you can't really take like SEER's playstyle doesn't really, I feel like, fit what happens in comp. Like you don't run around. It's not like ranked where you run around, take a 3v3, go sit in a spot and like get a spot. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same. But I don't know. I'd be interested to try him, see like what he's all about. But most likely, I don't think he'll be good for competitive.
Well, think about that. This happened quite a bit ago, and although we have so much to talk about, I want to just give a huge shout out to Gaming While Black. A great opportunity for me to go and talk a little bit about my esports broadcasting career occurred, and I want to show you a little bit of a clip of something that I was talking about in case it's interesting to you before we get back into the video talking about SEER. What's up, y'all? This is Raynday. I want to give a shout out to GWB and Doritos Solid Black. Here's an exclusive clip of me on their show, Launching Point. Check it out. One thing that is a prerequisite to any tip is you really have to want it. You really have to have something inside of you that wants it, not just for the flashy results of it, but just for wanting it, because then you could really put in the work. I always tell people, understand who you are and keep that process going. So keep making stuff, but try to find out that core of who you are and what makes you tick on camera that people relate to, and then do more of it. This is a really cool opportunity for me to partner not only with Doritos Solid Black, but with Gaming While Black. Ideally, it's just really raising the voices of Black Changemakers within the gaming industry. And as you guys know, I am African American. I like to keep things positive. It was really cool to be a part of that show. So make sure to follow everything that they're doing in Gaming While Black and all of these great partnerships by subscribing on their YouTube channel right here. You guys check it out. So, Hal admits that he was wrong. You guys see a little bit of a glimpse of my life. But just a little bit later, Hal tweets this 2 days ago and says, World's Edge, Valk, SEER, Maggie. Stormpoint, Valk, SEER, Horizon. Matchpoint, Valk, SEER, Gibby, Caustic. These are 3 lineups for 3 different types of Apex Legends play. The 2 maps in competitive, and of course, the matchpoint system, which is famous in Apex, meaning you must win the final game after you have garnered enough points in the tournament in order to win the championship. It will not end unless a team who has enough points wins the final game, and that game can keep on going. You're going to see SEER included in every single one of these lineups. One of my friend's girls said, no shot, I want to see this. Why has SEER become so special all of a sudden, especially in Season 10 when the last thing that we saw around SEER was this, a update to his passive, to his tactical, and to his ultimate, nerfing every single element of this character's kit.
taking away the time between sensor spikes and adding an extra half a second. It was only 1.25 seconds. It's almost a 50% increase to that distance, taking the range beyond 75 meters and reducing it, reducing the field of view, increasing the detonation delay on his tactical, meaning it takes even longer for it to actually hit its target and gives players even more counterplay options. And players who are hit are no longer damaged or flashed. Do you remember that? It was almost a flashbang. They lowered the audio. They made you move slower while holding the tactical. And then his ultimate. How about they add another 30 seconds to it, from 90 to 120 seconds on a cooldown, 1.5 to 2 minutes. And they even lowered the volume on the audio for some quality of choice. This is the latest SEER patch that has occurred, ladies and gentlemen. And he's now being played more than ever. So what was it that garnered this change? What was it that made the community go, I need to play this character? Well, it's interesting because a little while ago, about a month ago, TSM Imperial Hal was spectating the ALGS LCQ finals, and he noticed something from a team and a player on a team that would soon become a part of his narrative, a part of his legacy so far in this last month that we all had a chance to enjoy. But who would know that it would start just like this?
We're about to win this game.
I'm throwing an arc, maybe it doesn't. We need to climb this. We need to climb this now. Climb it now. It's the last two spots.
Nice
Nice. Okay,
shit.
Nice drop. We actually won that game.
Go, boys. Holy fuck.
Good.
Damn, he's making me eat my words right now. But let's be real. Okay, honestly, they played that well, but let's be real. Every other team that was stupid as fuck just to ape in train station, they just went in third party.
Making him eat his words. What words could those be? Well, maybe the words that SEER didn't belong in any competitive environment. But did we miss something? Was there a problem with the way this legend was presented, super strong, then immediately super strongly nerfed, that people lost track of the actual value that still remained within the character? It appears so, because the player who was playing SEER on Fury, his name was His Watson. And over the last month, when there was really no ALGS competitive leading up to championships, happening in a week, by the way, which I'll be flying to and commentating. I cannot wait to see you guys there if you're going to be there. It's a live audience. Him and His Watson would be vying for the #1 position in all of ranked, the #1 predator in the world. And Hal would realize that SEER, as played by His Watson, was actually more effective than he would have ever suspected. In fact, here's a moment from the two of them in Scrims, which is the even higher bracket level of players who are competing in competitive, playing in custom lobbies against each other, going toe-to-toe.
I'm getting fucking shot.
Get on the roof, Evan. Get on the roof. Just don't go inside. Do not go inside. They're riding the other building, I think.
They on SEER too?
Yes.
133 on one.
I got cracked.
Lots of cracks.
A little exhibit
All
there.
three cracks. All three cracks. One on roof.
Who's dead, bro? Like,
Oh, no.
Bro. I hit
I did
299 pumps.
350 damage like instantly.
None of them were cracked. I hit 299 pumps. The valve dropped in the back and insta cracked me.
how did you even die, Evan?
The pain, the anguish, to be killed by the team that essentially they were playing. But no, by Hal's actual tweet the other day. Notice the familiarity. His Watson on the SEER, Fury of Panders on the Valkyrie, and on the Maggie is Zeratricky. Now, what did Hal say? World's Edge, Valk, SEER, Maggie. He's getting beat by this team and consistently proven on how valuable it is. And now Hal is realizing that it's time to incorporate this into my style. In fact, if you missed it, one of the greatest streaming battles we have seen in a long time occurred on Imperial Hal's Twitch channel and His Watson's Twitch channel as well, where they were vying for the top spot in Apex Legends Predator. I mentioned this because what ended up happening was as Hal was getting nearly millions of views per video, he came within a few thousand ranked points before the split ended. Of course, it reset a few days ago. His Watson ended up claiming the #1 rank Predator getting the first spot, and Hal's response, simply a GG's. There's a lot of mutual respect between these two, and it doesn't necessarily, even though the battle is fun, make the story about Hal and his Watson. The bigger story is on why can legends that are so undervalued in the moment, that can be so easily valued one moment and then not the next, dropped off the wayside, left with all this potential, and only explored when the craziest of scenarios bring them back to the light. This is the problem with SEER. This is a legend that has had the potential and the power to take over the game, but has somehow been forgotten. And now it is time for us to showcase why this legend is so good, as we walk you through a few minutes of Hal's latest Scrim matches, where they are actually using, in this mode, SEER, Valkyrie, and Bangalore on Stormpoint in a high-level Scrim. Let's see how they can make use of it while I explain the value of the abilities of SEER and why this is really becoming the next thing to play at the championships.
Kind of looking forward to Al.
That's fine. Just go left side.
The team on the right is walking up on that. They're
Now, Exhibit, that's the ultimate. This is going to give you vision, not only to you, but to your teammates, and that's one of the biggest elements that SEER brings. It's a better scan
They're
than
rising inside.
Bloodhound
They're rising inside.
because it lasts for so
Wait,
long.
there's a guy down inside.
And
Can
the
we go
reason,
inside? Are we here?
look at this. You value that vision is because your teammates can be on the exact same page as you are.
Down guy in low ground.
There's a guy in the window. I'm smoking the windows off.
Now, what can't you see? Because this is a big thing.
Where's the
You
down
have
guy
to
in
know
the
the
low ground? Where's the down guy in
negatives.
the low ground?
Like directly under us.
You
We
can't
have to finish
see
him.
Teammates the Valkyrie on the roof here.
if someone's flying
Pretty sure his teammates on the roof.
or if someone's
He's
crouching.
looking at you.
Notably, Octane Stem, Revenant Crouch, even if you're a
There's a
faster
guy
paced
here.
crouch, you still will not be seen within Exhibit. So there is counterplay to this, but not much.
It's two different teams, I think. Flying up
But
on
notice
you,
that
flying up on the
Valkyrie
roof.
within the
Flying up on the
Exhibit
roof.
through this time, it's now
I don't know
done,
who's who.
but was hard to track.
10 bats.
Now this is the heartbeat sensor as well. It's a free
Oh, smoke off the windows. Smoke off the fucking windows, Jordan.
piece of information and numbers. Remember when Hal said it, you can't get ratted team shot, you
Yeah,
can
they're
scout for
walking
free.
behind us.
It's impossible to die without taking a real 3v3 fight. That's what that heartbeat sensor is all about, that
Run away,
passive
run
that's
away.
so valuable to
That's
give
a
the
solo. That's a
information.
solo. That's a solo.
Let's keep watching here.
This team is a full team.
For an IGL, it's very, very crucial to have this information.
We have
And he
zone.
gets it
We have zone.
by doing what he
Yeah.
normally
Right there.
would do, which is aiming down
Balcony
sights
southwest, balcony
through
southwest.
his scope to look at other players.
Yeah. Heard you.
It's the ease with which you don't have to change
82
your
on the
actions,
vault down there.
that you still get the value, which is why SEER is so powerful.
We're done.
Are you fucking serious?
But that's just a little bit of it. We'll talk about the tactical in a
You
bit.
can't kill them though.
You'll
You
see
can't
that
kill
in
them.
use here.
All right,
Just
I
chill.
can't believe I'm chilling.
We're gonna have to Valko. Can we
Too
Valko?
late.
Round 5, that's right.
I don't know how we're gonna.
Can we smoking? No. Come to me, please now. Actually, no. Yeah. We gotta smoke over here. Smoke this way. Smoke this way. I cracked the Valk.
I arced that.
Is it really an issue?
Yeah.
Is it more fun this way that legends get a chance to kind of highlight themselves based on these wacky scenarios? One player
Just
discovers
slow.
it,
You have
one
smokes,
player
you have
reimagines it. It becomes the competitive site. Look at all these exhibits. 2 exhibits right there in the final circle. This is ALGS
Look, top
Scrims.
right, bottom
These
right,
are the best of the
bottom
best. This
Can we go
character
top left? Yes.
is back in a big
I
way.
don't have nades for this. You guys have nades?
I thermited it. Go ahead.
Maybe it's not a problem at all. Maybe this is
Fucking
how it
dead.
should be. This is how it keeps things
Fucking
exciting. Little focus of attention there. It's the nice interrupt. It's the vision for his teammates. It's the health bars,
Dead.
and it's the shielding bars. And remember, you cannot use any
All that-
abilities 1.25 seconds
Top three.
after being
Look at
silenced.
Shoot Newcastle.
I got a knock.
That's bad. The guy on the left.
It is the perfect ability to
He's sitting
push
in the corner
after.
here.
I'm batting.
And again, that's your teammates.
He's sitting in the corner. Left corner. I'm shooting right.
Guy in the close right rock.
I'm pounding bat. Yeah, shoot Newcastle. I'm pounding bat.
50 flash on that guy on the left as well.
Uh-oh.
You're alone, Johnny. You're alone.
Last team.
Newcastle on me.
Yeah, look at Jordan.
Incredible. Look at the vision. Look at the push. Helps reps as well.
Boys, I need help, boys.
No abilities to be used there. The help is from afar. The presence that SEER has in front of him is so powerful.
You're good.
Bloodhound could not
Yes,
have that
yes,
same
yes,
level
yes,
of
just
presence,
chill, just
especially
chill.
with
Wait,
how
wait.
big
Guys on me.
sometimes
At the bat, the bat.
the map is.
Hold on.
I'm here.
I'm batting.
Have Bango or anything?
I'm batting and I'll have an angle after my smoke.
Left corner, left corner.
We've forgotten.
I'm backing
But now
up.
I think we'll
I'm
remember.
healing right now. I don't have ulti. You
And
don't have
this-
Bango, right?
No.
Gives us a bigger problem of what other legends aren't we
We
considering
have ulti.
that could be changing the game this much
They're
that
right
we've
below.
written
They're all
off?
right
What
below
weapons
us. You
in
have nades for
Apex
that? Can you smoke them off, baby?
have we said, it's been nerfed, who cares? Rampart?
130 on Watson.
I'm going up.
Watson?
I'm going up.
Every region brings their style. Every player has their thoughts. But it takes someone committed to lead the way. Big shout out to his Watson. Big shout out to Imperial Hal. And big shout out to SEER,
Fuck did I live?
who gives us an example of what happens so often in life.
Why is he going for that kill
The
like that,
stuff
bro?
right under our nose
I don't know how you
is
did
the
that.
stuff that we appreciate the most, that makes us happiest, and that brings us the most value. The stuff we take for granted, the stuff that might be there all along, not the stuff we're striving for, that
team
everyone
literally
else is
just
talking
ran
about.
away.
Thank you again to Doritos Solid Black and everybody around. Hopefully you guys have some information that you'd like to share about SEER and whether you consider this legend to be back. I want to know your thoughts on the issue, the problem that we're losing track of these characters that are so powerful in Apex, and who you think might be next. And also leave a like and subscribe on the channel. I hope to see you guys next time. As always, never give up, never stop gaming. See y'all next time.